Alright, so the last few days I made a little Python script that can convert decimal numbers into my base 14,414,400 number system. So yeah, here it is. Just kind of run through the small numbers first. So 0. So there's tinkering around with it. I found it with large numbers, it became really hard to read it. So it's built on a base 60, base 60, base 77, base 52 sequence. So that can be formed into a block of 4, right? So base 60 here, base 60 here, base 77, base 52. And the base 52 is marked with the colon, right? So that's preserved here. The other ones we don't really need. For small numbers, the long form is ridiculous, but for big numbers, it looks really nice. Right, so we'll just kind of run through what the symbols look like. So that's my 0. A lot of these are Georgian letters. Some of them are Greek, and I think one of them is from the IPA. So 1 is just an acute accent. 2, open O from IPA. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so 5 is Yoda from Greek, lowercase. 6 is Zeta from Greek, which is ironic because that's where we get both our name and our shape for the number 7. 8 is 6 plus, 2. So yeah, in my head I had 7, so I skipped it. So 7 looks like that. 6 plus 1, 9, 6 plus 3, 10, 11, 12 is a ligature between two 6s, which conveniently, exists sort of in the Greek alphabet. That's not how it's thought of in Greek, but that's really what that looks like. So, yeah. 13 is our first thing that looks like a 10, a 1 with a 0. So that indicates a 113 and nothing more. 14 is 113 and 1 more. 15, 16, right? 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Right, so we can only really go up to 6. So once we get to 6, we add more, another place, right? All of these can have a 3-digit field. Each one of these is a 3-digit field. It can have up to 3 digits. 22, 23, 24, 25 is nice because now we get back to that ligature. So it actually comes back down to 2 characters. And then 26, there you go. And then this one, the cycle ends at 52. So there's 51 right before it ends, and 52. So this 1 right here indicates that we have 152 and nothing more. So if we had something like 144, we would have 2 52s and 3 13s and 1 more. So like 104 would just be exactly 2 52s. Something a little bigger. So there we go. We broke off into here. Alright, you can read it there. This is the point where it starts becoming harder to read in this format, right? When it's like this, it's basically identical. Short form and the long form, it's really the same as far as readability, except you have extra crap here. So this is needlessly large, but this short form and this long form basically look the same, right? But here, this is starting to become kind of long, the short form. The long form is starting to get a little bit more elegant, right? So what if we do something like this? So that's one group of 77 52s. Alright, so this is one less than that. Where are we at? 240, 240. So that's the full block filled out, mostly with zeros. So get it a little more interesting. There you go. And then the one full block, and then we break up into the second block. There you go. Here I like the short form better because it's way smaller. But if we start doing something, you know, like that, now the long form actually is a little easier to read. So, yeah. Or if we did something like this, that long form is maybe a little easier to read than that short form. Or oh, I did that wrong. Sometimes I know what I'm doing. There we go. Or something like this. Ah, I can't. There you go. There is a point where I noticed that Python was struggling, at least in this shell, to correctly handle the size of the values. Allegedly, it's supposed to be able to handle arbitrary precision, but there are problems. So this is almost certainly wrong for this value, and I figured that out earlier before I developed the long form. So in the short form it'll just say overflow here when it's too big. But these are the digits that it produces, and they are almost certainly, I would say, pretty much guaranteed to be wrong. Although, like, this part, the last little bit, might be correct. And that first part up here is going to be really close. It's like the problem occurs in the middle. So, yeah. But yeah, I mean, that's about where we're at.